Hey everybody, Captain Silvertooth here from Infographic News for Kids. Today is Wednesday, sorry, I have a bit of the hiccups right now. Today is Wednesday, February 20th of 2019. How is your guys' Wednesday going? It's Wednesday, my dudes. Isn't that what they all say? I think it's pretty annoying personally, but I went for it. Our mission is to inform the youth of all nations of the world being created for them to inherit. Our constitutional quote for today is the 21st Amendment of the United States Constitution, which reads, the transportation or importation into any state, territory, or possession of the United States for delivery or use therein of intoxicating liquors in violation of the law is hereby prohibited. So it's kind of like the 18th Amendment, but it's a little bit different because it's mainly talking about the transportation and importation, not just like having it in stores and everything. So it's a bit different, but not really. So yesterday, I asked you guys the wrong constitutional question. I meant to say, what does the 20th Amendment mean? When I asked you guys, what does the 19th Amendment mean? And I already did a question on the 19th Amendment. And I didn't realize it until after I ended the video. So if you've already done the So if you've already done the research on the 19th or on the question I asked yesterday, it's okay because now you know that information. But what I meant to say was, what does the 20th Amendment mean? And that is my bad, I promise. So the answer to the constitutional question, what does the 20th Amendment mean? The 20th Amendment sets the dates of the federal government of the United States elected offices end. So it sets the dates of when the elected offices should end. I am so sorry for the hiccups. Let me hold my breath because I heard that helps. Hopefully that helped, maybe. And now for the news. So I'm sure you guys have heard all the fuss about Jussie Smollett. Is it Jesse or is it Jussie? I'm not exactly sure, but it's spelled like Jussie, so I'm going to say Jussie. I'm sure all of you have heard about the Jussie Smollett attack. I'm sure some of you have heard of how it is fake news, or not fake news, but it was a hoax, that he set it all up. So I just have a little bit of an article on that today because I wanted to talk about it, because every time I get on the news websites to try to inform you guys, it's everywhere, and it's not it's not one article. It'll be one article headlined this about Jussie, one article about this, one article about this, one article about this, all about Jussie Smollett. And like I said, I don't know who he is. I know he's on the Empire show, and I thought he was like a singer or something, but I might be having him confused with somebody else. But so I decided that I wanted to do one on it just to see what it really is. And so here we go. 3 weeks ago, Jussie Smollett came forward saying he was a victim of a hate crime in an attack that briefly left him hospitalized. The article I read never said never went into detail on how it left him hospitalized, and none of the other ones that I've been seeing talks about how it briefly left him hospitalized. I don't know if it was I don't know. But now people are starting to question Smollett's story, and it's fueling a firestorm of what to believe. Smollett, who is black and gay, he also plays a gay character in the TV show Empire. So he's gay in real life and on TV, which I guess helps him because because I know some people who are like gay will ask for a part that is gay just so they don't like end up like making themselves or other people uncomfortable. But also straight people do that as well. I've seen and heard about in TV news and articles and other stuff. Initial reports of the attack were quickly widespread, outpouring of support from Smollett's colleagues, the LGBT community, and politicians. Chicago police said from the outset that they are treating possible hate crime. The attack was full of racial and homophobic slurs. Doesn't sound that friendly. But at the same time, not trying to offend anyone, I swear. But when you advertise being gay or part of the LGBT community, you are going to receive some kind of hate from someone. I'm not saying that it should be happening. I'm not saying that at all. I'm not saying that you should hate on anybody. You should not hate people for who they are. You should not judge people for their appearance or preference of sexuality or gender. Not sure how to say that. You just shouldn't judge people anyway because you wouldn't want them doing that to you. And I know the saying out and proud, but if you were out and proud, you wouldn't be getting ashamed and throwing a fit about what people said to you, whether it be you got your eyebrows waxed and you're out and proud about it. You wouldn't be getting offended if somebody said it looked like you let a kindergartner do it. Or it being you're gay and you're out and proud about it. You wouldn't be getting offended if somebody was like, oh, so you like boys and you like girls or whatever, and like you're nasty because you're gay, you should just die. Stuff like that. Like, that's not okay, and you wouldn't want people to do that to you. Because I have this problem with kids I go to school with, kids who believe they are gay. I believe that they're just confused. Not trying to hurt anybody's feelings, that's just my opinion. But I believe that they're just confused. But these kids at my school who believe they are gay or transgender or like some type of different than what they are get bullied and picked on at my school. And I have a best friend who is gay, and he is like super out about it. Like, he shows everybody that he's gay and he tells everybody that he's gay. But then people make fun of him for it, and I'm just like, hey, back off. You wouldn't want people doing that to you. So like, I can see how Jesse, whatever, would be offended, but at the same time, when you're out and proud about it, you're gonna get something said to you whether you like it or not. Like, that's just how the world works. Maybe constructive criticism or how to take constructive criticism or any type of criticism would be helpful. Some people assume that it was a hoax, that Jussie Smollett paid these two guys to do it and stuff like that. Like, I mean, we'll just get into that later in the article because there's some facts on that anyway. But like, you would think there'd be some evidence and that the guys who did it would be like, oh yeah, da-da-da-da-da-da, or no, and prove why not, or not even try to prove not and get arrested. However it may work, but you would still think there was some evidence, and what I found, it doesn't seem like there is any evidence of anything that has happened. Federal investigators are looking into whether Smollett played a role in sending a threatening letter to himself. So he sent a letter, or he apparently sent a letter to himself that is like threats and everything. And so, like, sorry. I tend to mess with my hair or something when I'm really thinking or trying to concentrate. My bad. But so, like, he apparently sent a letter to himself. First of all, who does that? Like, are you that lonely? Okay, that is really mean. I'm sorry, but, like, it's kind of what it makes me think. Like, if you're going to send a threatening letter to yourself, you must have something going on. And if you're that lonely, you need to find somebody to talk to. Have somebody help you. His lawyers argue that he has now been further victimized by allegations of it being a hoax. Oh, good Lord. So he's being a big baby? That's what I'm getting from this. Smollett claims the attack happened on January 29th by two masked men at the entrance of a hotel in Chicago. He says that they yelled racist and homophobic remarks. Police say they were unable to find any surveillance video of the attack, even though it was heavily trafficked. It was a heavily trafficked area with plenty of cameras nearby. So if it really took place, as Jussie Smollett says it did, you would think, now let's think with our brains, think. You would think that somebody would have been able to find it. Yes or no? Some type of evidence. Even if it just be two men talking to Jussie, whether it be that or it actually be these guys doing what Jussie is saying they're doing. I don't know. But you would think there would be some kind of evidence, like I said earlier. You would think there would be some kind of proof that this took place. So I'm starting to believe it is a hoax. They did release images a day after that showed two shadowed people walking down sidewalks. Authority wanted to take them in for questioning. On February 13th, the police arrested two Nigerian brothers who were later found to have known Smollett prior to the incident. Their lawyer says that they worked on the set of Empire as extras. According to CBS Chicago, two unnamed sources with intimate knowledge of the investigation said Smollett was potentially behind the attack and involved with the two brothers. Unnamed sources said to CBS News that the two brothers told investigators that Smollett paid them to do it. Quote, "They called me a faggot and they called me an N-word. I'm not going to say the actual word. No. That word is dirty and I don't even like it when I hear other people saying it. I get so mad. I'll be like, stop saying that. That is so rude. It makes me mad. They called me a faggot and they called me an N-word. There is no which way you cut it. I don't need to be some MAGA hat as the cherry on someone's racial and racist Sunday," Smollett said in an interview with Robin Roberts. I can see where he's coming from. Like, you wouldn't want people to say that to you and you wouldn't want to be that person. And that's what he's saying. He doesn't want to be that person that is on top of somebody's racist Sunday, basically, like saying that he doesn't want to be a part of it, but he's become a part of it and he doesn't like it. Tell me what you guys think on this. Like, I think personally that it's a hoax, just because no evidence, and just because, I mean, yes, there is fake news and there is fake media and all of that, but at the same time, still, you would think that there was surveillance and that the two Nigerian men wouldn't have said that Jussie paid them unless they're just trying to get out of it. But eventually they did end up getting arrested, and Jussie did go into further detail of what actually happened. But then again, it never actually says how he was hospitalized. So I think it's a deceiving headline. Or Jussie lied. More of the reason why I'd say it's a hoax. But we're going to move on. A lifeless 12-year-old migrant was rescued from the Texas border river. Del Rio Sector Border Patrol agents saved the life of a 12-year-old boy who nearly drowned while crossing the Rio Grande from Mexico into South Texas. The agents pulled him out of the water and revived him. The agents observed the lifeless body just below surface of the water, and immediately pulled him out and began CPR. Good job. Good job. You get a sticker. Okay, so explanation on that. So every time somebody does something good at my school, they get a sticker. It's called a Wildcat Wow. So me and a bunch of my friends make fun of it because we think it's stupid, because we are in the 7th grade and they are giving us stickers like we are in the 2nd grade. So every time they do something good, we'll always be like, you get a sticker, and then we'll like high five each other to pretend like it's a sticker. So I know this isn't like the joking matter, but that's what I thought of when I said, you did a good thing. But they did do a good thing by not just like, oh, he's already dead, let him drown some more and he'll be just fine. We'll pull him out later, that type of thing. It's a good thing they didn't do that. And I'm glad that they didn't do that, because he's only 12 years old. He's not that old. He still has a life to live. And it would have been very sad if he would have died. Another group of agents pulled the boy's brother from the river also. So they both would have ended up dying. That would have been so sad. I would hate to be friends or family of those people, because it would just be so sad. Officials identified the two boys as Honduran nationals. The agents transported the boys to shore, where patrol, search, trauma, and rescue provided medical evaluations. Quote, this incident highlights the dangers of attempting to enter the United States illegally, said Chief Border Patrol Agent Matthew J. Hudak. Quote, if not for the training and quick responses by our Marine agents, this boy would have lost his life. That is true. Because he would have just died if they had not seen him and pulled him out to help. That article was found on Breitbart, by the way. Let me know what you guys think. Oh, well, I would hope you guys all think that it's good that they saved him, but at the same time, it's bad that he tried to cross over to America illegally, especially as a kid. Like, where is this kid's parents at? Doesn't really say in the article. It does talk about another man, but it doesn't say if they're related or anything. It would have been really sad if they both would have died, the brother and the two brothers. It would have been very sad. I would have been sad. And I don't even know these people. I would just feel so bad. I honestly would. I don't know what I would do. Well, I couldn't do much, but I'd be sad. And I'd let you guys know I was sad. This next article may shock some of you. It is headlined, people are mad at Apple about this new anti-LGBT emoji. A new emoji with a clear anti-LGBT message has sparked outrage. Well, of course it has. Because if somebody doesn't like it, they throw a big fit about it. Yay! Or we cannot be big babies and suck it up and just move on with our lives, right? This emoji, which features an LGBT plus pride flag, so the rainbow flag, with a crossed out circle imposed over it has gone viral. So it's like the gay flag, the rainbow flag with like the no symbol on it. So yeah, I can see how that would make people mad just because of the way the world is today. I can see how that would make some people mad. I want to see this emoji. It has been used by queer people to criticize or make fun of intolerant people, which is while also being used in anti-LGBT message on hate from the platform. A man who is a user by the name of Mitchell found the emoji. He says he was pleased to see queer people using the emojis ironically and for humorous purposes. But he also says he's worried about the potential harm it could do in the wrong hands. Another user said that the emoji was equivalent to Apple creating a blackface emoji. I do not see the equivalence in that. I just don't. I don't see any equivalence in that at all whatsoever. I do not believe that there is even a slightest amount of similarity there, because let's see, blackface is it's way worse because it's racial. It's more offending because there are more colored people in the world than there are gay people. So it's more offending to them. It's not just offending to black people, it's offending to white people, mixed people, it's offending to all people. The blackface is. And the no LGBT emoji is only offensive to some people. So I think this user is wrong. Moving on. So I don't exactly remember the source because I forgot to write it down. I'll let you guys know either in the description or in my next video. I'll probably do both, but I was about to look up something when I saw anti-LGBT new emoji, and so I clicked on it and it took me to this website, and like I said, I'll put it in the description. That's what I'm going to do. I'll probably end up doing both anyway, but we're going to move on. Texas boy called Hitler for border wall fundraising stand, says mom. A Texas mom says anti-Trump border wall activist called her 7-year-old son Hitler because he set up a hot chocolate stand to help raise money for the project. The boy said he wanted to help the president after he listened to the recent State of the Union address. Quote, he wanted to know what the wall was about, so we explained it to him and what it was about. And he was like, I want to raise money for the wall, the Texas mother said. She also explained that people think he is brainwashed, and she said, of course they do. He supports Trump because we do. He hears how we talk, and call that brainwashing, but I call it parenting because he instills our values into him, because we instill our values into him. So he didn't do anything wrong. He didn't deserve to be called Hitler. He's only 7 years old. Come on now. His excitement grew, and he begged his parents to let him set up a stand to help raise money for the wall. They did set up the stand outside the strip mall within an hour, and he had $231. He had $231 in sales. He was called Hitler yesterday by a guy who pointed at him in his car and said, we didn't like brown people. I don't see how that's related. Hitler wanted he wanted everybody to be blonde hair, blue eye. The perfect child. That's why. It makes sense now. Sort of. Not really. Because Hitler didn't like Jews. Okay. I see how it's related, but at the same time I don't. A Facebook user by the name of Charles Bowman pledged to donate $2 to Benton, which is the boy's name, to Benton's account every time he gets a negative comment. Good for you. Give that boy some confidence. I am so proud. That is all the news I have for you guys today, so I'm going to jump into the Bible verse and the constitutional question and get Hambone the Hilarious for the joke. Our Bible verse for today is from the book of Timothy. It is chapter 1, verse 7. For God gave us spirit of no fear, but of power and love and self-control. It's having faith in God, and you won't have fear. You'll have power and love and self-control. That is what I believe that means. And my constitutional question is, why is the 21st Amendment important? I mean, I already said it's equivalent to the 18th Amendment, but I want to know why the 21st Amendment is important. I'm going to go get Hambone the Hilarious for his hopefully hilarious joke, and I'll be right back. And here is Hambone the Hilarious with our hopefully hilarious joke.
What do you call a noodle? What do you call a fake noodle?
I don't know.
Pasta.
Impasta? Is that what you said?
Yeah, impasta.
That's actually kind of cute.
Bye.
That is all we have for you guys today. I hope you please like, comment, subscribe, share. Have a wonderful Wednesday, and I love you. But for now, Captain Silvertooth signing out. And Hambone the Hilarious.
Bye.
Bye.